cannot hold this anymore. My hands are tired of only waiting to let go, and I am waiting still.
Some of the real important things for Yellowcard that we've gone over is, you know, we kind of grew up on the Warped Tour, so being able to open on the Warped Tour one year and headline with people like NoFX, No Use for a Name, Bad Religion, you know, that was a big milestone for us. In 2004, MTV in the United States awarded us with a VMA for the MTV2 band, so that was pretty cool. And then being able to tour around the world, I mean, every day we're reminded of what a gift that is, so that's very important to us.
Double cheeseburger and a large. Well,
you guys are pretty much known as an LA band, but
we grew up in Florida. We actually met in like an art school, but we sort of got our sort of movement in the industry up because we moved to California. Our record label that signed our first record was a one-person project, so we sort of moved there to help that. And in, you know, a 6-hour radius in California, you can play 30 shows. In Florida, you can only play maybe 3 or 4. So we moved out for a career change, but not to disown our beginnings from Florida. So we're from Jacksonville, Florida, but California really helped, you know, move our career.
Remember, I got a restraining order against you, and the judge said you're not allowed to sing to me within 500 feet.
I know, it's just
I don't want to hear your excuses.
let's talk about the time you guys took off. Mm-hmm. It was quite a while, 2 years or something. Why was that?
Well, I think that there's a lot of things that kind of led up to Yellowcard taking a hiatus about a year and a half. Sort of the fall of the modern record label in America, global economy was really difficult for us, and instead of just wanting to kill each other, we decided to take a step back. There's a lot of things that when you tour 300 days out of the year, you sacrifice, your relationships with your family and your friends and your loved ones, and so we decided to kind of focus on ourselves for that time period, since when we didn't have the answer for some of these obstacles like record label changes and economy changes and things like that. And a year and a half later, LP called Ryan and myself and said, hey, let's do a new record, and Neil Avron signed on, and we did a new record called When You're Through Thinking, Say Yes, and released it earlier this year. And I think that time off had sort of like a rejuvenating effect for us, almost like new beginnings, and this is the best version of our band for Yellowcard, and we're just very excited to be able to play all over the world.
Double cheeseburger and a large. Well,
it's always quite a challenge to have a violin in a rock band, because there's always the jealousy with the lead guitar.
Yeah. We don't really step on each other's toes. Ryan Mendez, he's a phenomenal guitar player, and we make sure that we cut in and out of the song so each of us have like a little highlight. Ryan Key, our singer, he actually does majority of the songwriting, but Mendez and I, we're there for support, and we write songs together. And so instead of we're dueling all the time, we're a little bit more passive. We want to work together. A lot of harmony, a lot of melodies, interchangeable solos. So it's a lot of fun playing with such a great guitar player.
When you practice, what things do you practice? Do you take certain classical composers that you love?
Yeah, absolutely. I grew up playing classical until I was about 16 through high school, and then I met the guys in the band, and we had a common ground for punk rock, heavy rock music. So, but growing up, always only classical music. Mozart and Bach, and my favorite is Bach. So he has sonatas and partitas. So I play a few movements to keep my fingers sharp. I've been actually buying classical music to get my chops back to where they were. So I kind of am a not as good technical musician as I was. So now I want to get some of that back.
You also sing. Is there kind of like a line you have to cross because you have to focus on playing the violin?
Yeah, I mean, being in YELLOWCARD, one of the things that we're lucky about is we have so many talented musicians. Sean O'Donnell, actually, we used to tour with his band. He was in a band called Reeve Oliver as a singer. He's just such a phenomenal musician. So the line that you talk about, that balance, is because I play a fretless instrument, it's hard for me to be able to focus 100% on singing or 100% on violin, because both are very difficult in their own. So so the things that I practice, and you know, I think maybe shouldn't sing this part with how difficult the violin part is. I have Ryan Mendoz or Sean O'Donnell that they'll go, okay, well, we can sing these harmonies. Ryan Key and we sometimes do call and answer, and so he uses my voice as sometimes like a different tone, maybe lead vocal, which has been great. And Ryan's taught me how to sing. I was only violinist, and he's like, you have good pitch, you should maybe do some harmony. And so yeah, I'm a very young singer, but I enjoy you know, 3 or 4 part harmonies, and sometimes when we can sneak it in the arrangement, it's pretty cool for us. What's up? I'm Sean from YELLOWCARD, and you're watching me on MULATSCHAG. This is the only TV you need.